Welcome to Doc's Download, the podcast edition, where real conversations meet real Buckeye life. I'm your host, Dr. Melissa Shivers, Senior Vice President for Student Life, and better known as Doc, here to bring you stories, strategies, and a few laughs along the way. Whether you're a brand new Buckeye or a seasoned one, consider this your all-access pass to tips, truths, and triumphs straight from the heart of campus. Let's dive in, everybody. As Buckeyes, we all know Brutus Buckeye. He's at our games, he's at our community events, and even some of our toughest moments. Brutus is joy, spirit, kindness, happiness, and Ohio State pride wrapped all into one very iconic yet poisonous nut. But today, I'm so excited we get to go behind the mascot. Joining me are graduating students Caleb Keys, Caleb, hi, Kurt Stillman, and Tyler Wisman, who have served as three of the people inside the Brutus Buckeye suit. You all know they bring the spirit of Ohio State to life during their time here at Ohio State. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. And more importantly, congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you.
I bet you remember when you started at Ohio State and not sure of what the journey would be. So I can't wait to hear today about how you became Brutus Buckeye, the difference that it's made in your life, and quite frankly, the lives of many, many people. So before we talk about Brutus, let's start with each of you. Can you share your major, a place that you call home, and then also sort of what first brought you to Ohio State? Why Ohio State? Whoever wants to start. Rock, paper, scissors? Love it.
There we go.
Boom.
So my name is Caleb Keys. I'm from Minster, Ohio, a really small farm town about an hour and a half west of campus. My major is nursing. And I wanted to be a Buckeye because I was born and raised a Buckeye in the beautiful state of Ohio.
Nice. My name's Tyler Wisman. I'm from Westerville, Ohio, communication technology major. And I also grew up a Buckeye. My sister's got a cheer here, and my whole entire family, the whole bloodline's gone through here. So I knew I was meant to be a Buckeye.
My name is Kurt Steelman. I'm actually from Charlotte, North Carolina, but all my family is from the Midwest. My grandfather grew up in Pandora, Ohio, and he went to Ohio State. And ever since, just there's been scarlet and gray in my family's blood. I had to just come back here and become a Buckeye.
Feels like you all have always been Buckeyes.
Yeah,
it was
for sure.
predestined,
Definitely.
Determined that
Yes.
you were going to bleed scarlet and gray.
Absolutely.
Nothing else, which is so cool. So when you look back at your Ohio State journey, what is the thing that stands out for you?
I mean, Brutus is.
Yeah.
I was hoping we would lead with that.
Yeah, that's a
Good
pretty
job.
big one right there.
My first year coming into Ohio State, I knew I wanted to be Brutus, so I went through the trial process.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just like always wanted to be Brutus. If another sport didn't work out, I was like, all right, I'm being Brutus. So that's the line I went down. And so I tried out, and I actually didn't make the team my first year. So that was a big struggle. I was like, wow, I really thought I was meant for this. So that adversity of that first year of not making it, and then the college transition alone is already a big switch from high school, especially because COVID was like my senior year. So it was really, high school wasn't really much at the end of the semester there. So once I didn't make Brutus, I just got involved with like a couple work jobs around here, started working more, and then tried out again my sophomore year and made it.
Did you practice in between years of tryout?
Oh, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. Even one thing I did was I would go in the sauna and push myself as long as I could go in the sauna and sweat out because I knew how hot it was going to be.
That is really intense.
Yeah. I would work out and be like, I'm staying in the sauna for like 35, 40 minutes today. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I would push myself. I brought a lot of water. And
okay, good. You were hydrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have my friends. I'd be like, hey, come check on me in 30 if I'm like passed out, home out. But yeah, I would do that. My brother-in-law was Brutus Buckeye also, Jordan Lukens. And so I'm sure you know who that is.
Oh my
And so he was
gosh.
able to kind of give me some pointers on like, you know, it was funny. I'd go to the RPAC and practice headbangs and Hulk Hogan's, and people were looking at me like, what is this weirdo doing? Like, I'm just like sitting there shaking my head, doing headstands just as myself. And it worked out. So yeah, it was fun.
So you were Brutus for 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Wow. That's incredible.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Oh boy.
Thanks, man.
That's huge. My journey to be Brutus was a little bit different. My freshman year, I was in Morrill Tower, and I was random suite mates with 2 male cheerleaders. And that was a little bit arrogant on my part, but I was like, I'm athletic enough to do something here at Ohio State. Like, I can do something, right? And, you know, I got to see these guys, like, walk around with the gear and go to the game days, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I could be, it's like, how, you know, what do you guys think? I could be a cheerleader? And then they're like, maybe not, pal. But then they kind of look at each other. It was like, you don't think? No. Yeah. You could be Brutus. And I was like, no, I'm like, no, come on. Like, you know, so my freshman year, I didn't try out after my freshman year. And I built up the courage after my sophomore year. And I actually texted one of those cheerleaders, and he put me in contact with Tyler. And I was like, you know, if you know anyone, like, you know, what do I need to do to try out? And he's like, I know the guy. Got me in contact with Tyler. And luckily I was fortunate enough to make it my first tryout, and
Wow.
had the opportunity to be Brutus for the past 2 years.
That is such an incredible
Yeah.
story. I love the courage that it took, or the confidence. Maybe it was confidence.
Yeah, talking myself into it, really.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
My story, I don't remember exactly the moment when I decided I want to be Brutus. It was sometime my freshman year, though. I mean, you're going to the Ohio State games. It was my first time in Ohio, like for an extended period of time, right? So
Oh, yeah.
it was like kind of like a homecoming in a way, like back where a lot of my, family's from. And I was like, I love being here. I love wearing the scarlet and gray. And so just those first moments being back just really got swept up in all the passion for the school. And I thought, geez, Brutus, like that is the outlet to kind of express my love for Ohio State and just the school and the state in general. And I wanted to try out my first year. I may have gotten the dates wrong, and then so didn't end up doing that. But then
It happens.
But then I had it on my mind for the whole next year. I remember trying to practice, like doing gymnastics, like the December before I tried out, and not super successfully, but I was trying it out, and then yeah, just got on the trial process there, similar to Tyler, like practicing headbangs, practicing the Hulk Hogan's, getting my friends to time me dancing in the dorm, in the rainy dorm, just to get practice. So yeah.
One thing I say about him, he was really committed. I mean, we were going to a costume session. This is like the lead up until tryouts.
Okay.
I was driving down lane. I see him doing the Brutus walk across the bridge.
I mean,
And it was the
No
craziest
way.
looking thing I've ever seen. Because he's so giant too, and he's just walking down lane like this. And me and my buddy were like, Charlie at the time, he was trying out with me, which he made it too. He graduated last year. He was like, we looked at each other like, oh man, like, okay, that's one of our competitions right there. Like, and it was just, I was like, I can't believe he's so comfortable just walking down lane. I love it. And so,
I mean, that's the key there. If you're being Bruce, you got to be ready to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You gotta be
All
ready
the
to be
time.
there.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All the time. So tell me about tryouts. What is that like? Is it intense?
I think it's the most intense thing I've ever tried out for. I've tried out for like baseball, football, like
Yeah.
it's really intense. The anxiety alone, it's just like you're so excited to be in suit too and try out to be Brutus.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and you want it so bad. And that second year coming back, I was a little more comfortable because I kind of had an idea. But the trial process is like still changing to this day, and it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same in any 2 years in a row, I don't think.
How much of it is spirit, energy, and strength training?
So it's a 3-day process.
Oh,
So when I tried out, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday was like a physical portion.
okay.
So we, ran a mile, and there was, there's
In
like
the suit?
No.
This is just to get over
Yeah,
that.
the only in suit
I was going to
portion
say, you should all have,
no.
if you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you ran a mile, and there was, the standard you needed to reach. And then it was maximum like push-ups in a minute. And if you didn't, make the physical cut on Friday, you were cut. But if you were lucky enough to advance, you made it to Saturday, which was the in-suit portion. This was, for me, the really stressful part.
Yeah,
this is obviously the most stressful part.
By far the most stressful.
Because this is where you're Brutus. Like, you are head to toe. Like, you get 10 minutes guaranteed. Like, if you make the team, you'll have more. But, like, if not, it's just this is your 10-minute period to be Brutus, you know what I mean? So, and you come in and, you know, there's a panel. It was like when I tried out, it was Coach Ray, Coach Tim, and then it was Charlie, so a member of the team.
Oh, okay.
And they ask you, they do everything. It's like, you know, okay, Brutus, you know, let's give a headbang, let's see a Hulk Hogan, let's see a headstand. And then it's a lot of improv. Like a lot of improv.
A lot of
just
improv.
random stuff strewn across the ground. And they're like, you know, Brutus, you're going to pick that up right now and you're going to make this, you know, as many things as you can in a minute. So like, you know, if it's like this water bottle, it's like, you know, can I make it like a phone? Can I make it a comb? Can I make it a mirror? Like stuff like that. Like,
wow.
It was stressful.
And the coaches don't give you anything. I mean, they'll be dead staring right at you like, and it's, shoot, I remember I was like, and I thought I did something funny once and they both were staring at me and I was like, oh, yeah, all right, gotta
maybe not so
much. Yeah, maybe not so funny.
Feel like you're bombing the whole time.
It does feel like that.
And then if you make it through that portion, then Sunday is it was an interview portion.
Oh,
so just getting a feel for, you know, who you are, what you stand for. It was kind of similar to like a job interview, I'd say.
Yeah, the interviews.
The third day.
Yeah, the third day. It's
Okay.
They cut it down to like from 10 people to like 5 or 4 for the interview or whatnot.
Yeah.
Our year, we had to do a presentation too after the interview, so it was like an extra step. And that presentation was nice though, because it was just like the team, the coaches, and like what we could bring social media lead to the aspect of it. I think.
Social media?
Yeah.
It was just like coming up with a digital idea, something to post. And there was like a TikTok video and Instagram, or something like that. That's and that just kind of goes to show how we're always kind of looking for something a little bit different to enhance the team. We're always trying to grow, I'd say, right?
Okay.
So our year was like we really wanted to boost our followers on Instagram, and since Tyler and I have been on the team, I think we went from maybe like 15,000 followers on Instagram to over 100,000.
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
So like covered that base, and then still trying to go up there, and then they introduced the athletic portion Caleb's year because we were just trying to get a little bit more impressive, I guess, in terms of our feats of physical prowess. And so and then there's gonna be skit stuff, I think.
Yeah, this year skits because now at nationals we're competing again. And coming off victory.
Yeah.
So, Coach Ray.
It was impressive
Thank you.
to watch.
Thank you.
It really, really was.
Long days.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad.
Our work wasn't yeah. That's real. Yeah, some days you're sitting there like, but no, it was awesome. It was worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year they have a skit portion, and I'm really excited to see that and see the creativity.
So once you make it through Sunday, how do you learn that you've been selected? Do you learn in that moment,
or does it's also different every year?
Is it really? Tell me about each
email. Like I'm pretty sure.
My year, they emailed. They were like, "Okay,
my God,
we're actually gonna have a 4th round of trials." I'm like, "There's no."
Oh, I forgot about this.
I was like, "There's no way," because they told us that they had spots for 3 people, and they had it down to 4 finalists. And so we had to go in front of the whole team. So like these guys were already on the team, and Coach Ray was like, you know, you have 2 minutes and you need to tell in front of the whole team why you should be selected over the other 3 standing here. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
With them in the room, right?
Yeah, so we're all standing in front. All 4 of us are standing facing the whole team. And it's like, you know, so if I wanted to be Brutus over these guys, I think I bring, you know, I think I'm a funny, happy guy, you know. And then we all sit down and Ray is like, Caleb Keys, Brutus Buckeye. Luckily, I went first, and then like just one by one, and then we get down to there were 4. Yeah, well, I guess anyway, there was some build up, and then the 4th. So we all made it, but oh my gosh, like, and then
we just got an email.
I forget. Yeah, we got an email. Did you really? And I remember it took a whole extra day to get that email. I didn't sleep throughout the night.
So stressful.
It was one of like the happiest moments of my life.
Oh yeah, it was such a.
Do you remember where you were when you opened that email?
Yeah, I just sat in my car at my parents' house. Literally just got in the passenger seat and I saw it. I was like, looked away for a second. I was like, all right. And I opened it and it was like, congratulations, or whatever. And I just like called everybody, like on my family. I called all my family, and my dad was in like a big conference call work meeting. He even said he like turned off everything and turned around. He said he started tearing up. He was like so happy. And so it was cool. And then they had us that year meet at the Brutus statue outside the shot, and we did a scavenger hunt.
That was fun.
Which was really cool.
That's so cool. So biggest moment, admission to Ohio State, being announced as Brutus Buckeye.
If I had to choose, definitely being announced as Brutus.
Yeah.
I mean,
but without Ohio State, we
made my whole experience here.
That's powerful.
Yeah. Like all my best friends now. because of Brutus.
That was going to be my next question. So what does that, you're so focused on making hundreds of thousands of people happy. As soon as we see Brutus, if there's anybody that frowns when they see Brutus, I don't know who they are, what kind of life they're living, right?
For certain fans.
You
Team up north,
the team up north. Yeah, they do not.
fans.
Well, they don't count in this conversation. So, but the joy that you bring, it's individual in that moment. So, talk to me about how does then team and friendship and community happen?
We're around each other so much. One thing.
Okay.
I mean, we have lifts. My first year, we had them like 4 or 5 days a week. Now it's like at least 3, probably 3 or 4. And so every morning, I mean, it's 6 a.m. We're all like pretty miserable, tired. But you know, we just bond with each other. We grow with each other. If someone needs a ride to lift or someone's got a flat tire, like we're there for each other. And so we just grow that bond through that and practices and events too. I mean, we have events every day.
Yeah.
I've already had 2 or 3 today. So if I came,
you've had 2 or 3 events today already.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2 events. So I came here, and then we got a couple more later.
I can't remember the last time I went a day without seeing at least one teammate. Like, we're always like, whether it's going, you know, to the Shoemaker complex, like to get lunch with them, or you know, you have an event or lift or practice or like anything, like you'll just see each other. Like, I don't know, you just kind of force.
But if we don't, we have we'll set something up. I'll be like, you guys want to come over and grow out? I mean, me and Kurt live together, and so so we like the host stuff, and we're like, let's just hang out as a team. Like if we have the free time, but it's I
don't feel like you have a lot of that. Yeah, that's so powerful. It's got to be physically demanding, but also emotionally meaningful. Talk to me a little bit about that moment when you see that kid who is obsessed with you, or parents that are obsessed with you, and you can't say one word, right? How does that feel? Like, what does that do for you as a Buckeye, as someone that you know you're being looked up to by hundreds of thousands of people?
Yeah, I think that, I think some people try out because they think it's like going to be cool to be a football or basketball, and like, oh, like that's going to be awesome, like to be down on the field. But I think that those events, like whether it's at a hospital or just like someone's birthday party, you see someone like that whose day is well and truly made by seeing Bruce for 30 minutes. Like that is such a powerful thing, because I truly, sometimes I think we do fall into a routine. Like we said, we're super busy, and sometimes it feels maybe a little just, not always as special as it truly is for everyone. And so when you have those moments, it really all comes together, and you just really realize how much of an impact you are making, and it's super special, I think, for me.
No, I agree. I mean, I like to think of myself as in a decently unique situation, being Brutus and also a nursing major. So like hospital visits and everything, you know, they go hand in hand. And like, I don't know, I try to take from Brutus what I can, like to work. So like I work as a student nurse assistant right now here at the WEX. And like anything I do, I can never compare to just walking in the room as Brutus. You know what I mean? Like I walk in like, you know, hey, like my name's Caleb, I'm going to be your, you know, PCA today. And then they're like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I get my Bible. And like you walk in as Brutus, and like, it's just like that. Like it lights up, like, like it is something like Kurt said, I never thought I would experience. Like I came in thinking, you know, we got basketball games, we got football games, we got, you know, postseason travel and all that. But like, I truthfully think some of my like most cherished, like deep in my heart memories are going to be like meeting those kids or meeting, you know, folks in the hospital. Like it. Yeah. I don't know.
It's hard to explain.
It is hard to explain, because it's not even like you really, like it's not me myself, like making this person's day. It's like, I was fortunate enough to find myself in this scenario where I get to, you know, don this head and be this character and carry on this tradition, and like I get to help him make these people's day. You know what I mean? Like it's so difficult to explain.
There's like an intrinsic humility to it, I think. You know, it's kind of like Spider-Man, right? Like like you have your secret identity, and Brutus, of course, is making everybody's day, and you're helping that happen. But at the end of the day, it's all Brutus's, and you know, it's all his impact.
Yeah, those moments are huge, especially like I was the kid freaking out over Brutus when I was little.
Yeah.
So like when I see that kid doing it, I kind of see myself.
Oh.
So like, I'm just matching the energy. I'm like, woo, yes, you're right. This is exciting. And so, yeah, the hospital visits, like those are just those are truly like the most impactful. And even I went to a school once, and this was like early on. This was like when that first like interaction with kids. There's a school. I was like, okay, it's about to be a ton of kids. I get to the school. It was like 4 or 5 kids in the out back. I think you were handling me. It was like the recess and just in the back of the school, and there was like 4 or 5 people. And I was like, all right. And then they had me for an hour, and I played with these kids for an hour, and I was like, wow, that was probably the best time of their life, but the best time of my life.
Truly.
We just played like a ton of games, and it was just so cool to see the reactions.
Yeah, that's so powerful, you all. I love the fact that you have a great appreciation for the joy you get to bring. But you also are so humbled by that and recognize it's a gift. And there were lots of people who didn't get to don the Brutus head, and you do. And it means everything to this place, to the community, and I mean, the world. We definitely have the most famous mascot ever. And there's got to be some heaviness to that, right? The responsibility that you hold. How do you balance all of the training, the responsibility, with also being a student? You're nursing, like that cannot be simple. What's been sort of the magic secret sauce to remaining humble with everything you're carrying?
Magic secret sauce.
Yeah, magic secret sauce.
Jeez.
Humble. I mean,
I don't know if there's like necessarily a secret sauce that anybody has the power.
Yeah, you just always have to remember, like Coach Ray will always like say like you're an ambassador of the university, and so like we got him. I mean, it's like it hit me. I was like, wow, yeah, like anything I do in Sioux is getting represented, like good and bad, and it affects all of us.
Yeah.
Like so, if you like, that's why we're all so hard on like ourselves too. I think like. Oh, I slipped doing a headstand. I'm like, oh, like you get mad because it's like
now
it's all of us. Brutus is mess, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's one Brutus.
Yeah.
I think it's just important to just remember why you're doing things, right?
Yeah.
I think whether you're training at 6 a.m. in the morning, or you have like on a Saturday night an event from like 9 to 10 p.m. Like just remember why you're doing it, and I think that helps just keep us all grounded and focused. Just keeps us together on like our routines and make sure we can work through everything. And then I think also to help us get through everything, we have each other. Like I think we have a pretty close team, which I'm really proud about.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
What have you learned about yourself through being Brutus?
I've learned about myself that I have a very difficult time asking for help. When I first came into this team, like you said, like it's not simple doing all these things, like you know, lifting and training and practice and events and clinicals and homework and you know everything else. Like asking for help. Like I came in thinking, I got this. I don't need anybody's help. Like I can do this by myself. And there was a little snippet my first year in October where I overslept for 2 lifts in back-to-back weeks, and like I didn't tell anybody. Like I didn't tell Coach Ray. Like I was kind of drowning in schoolwork, and it was just a lot of stuff was catching up. Like I didn't talk to Coach Ray. I didn't talk to our strength coach, Coach Q. And it bit me in the butt. And then I had to lean on my teammates pretty heavily. I had to become a communicator, like talk, voice my needs, my concerns. I think that's the number one thing I've learned about myself is like leaning on people, like being okay with, if people scratch my back, like I know I'll scratch their back. Like I can lean on people because they can lean on me.
It's not a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
And
people want you to be successful.
I totally thought it was for the longest time. And this has really humbled me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. Like Coach Q mentioned that like the got it guy, how he used to be. And that's kind of how I felt. Like, it's like, oh, I got it. And it, like he said, like class load, event load, like all of it hits you like a truck and it's exhausting. And so luckily we have like great treatment like facilities around here. Like there's a thing called spas. And so like you can reach out. Like I've reached out. I was like, can I just talk to somebody? And they've been able to help. And so not being the got it guy is something I learned.
Not being the got it
guy.
Yeah. Because you don't always have to have it.
Yeah.
Other people have it and want to share it with you too.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's going to sound a little weird, but I learned that I like people way more than I thought I did.
That's fantastic.
I mean, before I made the team, I was like, I would go to school and hang out with some people, and then I'd be happy to go home and read for a couple hours. But through Brutus, I've learned the value of making an impact on obviously people across the Buckeye State, and then hanging out with the team and really getting to know people there, investing in deep and long-lasting relationships there, and that's really become really important to me. So that's something I've learned.
Powerful. So is it true that you're like a secret until graduation? It is not known. How do you keep that from people? You have like a big bag of like there's like you're carrying. Your handler's carrying this big humongous, right, Brutus body. No?
Lying.
Is that not what happened?
We get out of it by lying.
Yeah, lying. I was like,
It's so masterful at lying.
like,
Okay.
Right here.
It's a skill set.
Yeah, play it out.
Hey man, you're carrying a pretty big bag over the shoe. What's in there?
Pom-poms. Cheer stuff.
So you're on the cheer team then?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
You sure it's not Brutus? Or?
No. Just cheer stuff. I help out.
Okay,
I'm one of the
right.
managers. I'm one of the
Okay,
managers.
because I was just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks. Yep, nice to meet you.
So you're going to be on the team roster then since you're on cheer team?
Yeah, you can go check online. I might not be on there because I'm like the manager.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
okay, yeah.
I don't see
Well,
it.
I'm
I don't see it. Where are you?
I'm new.
Our new guy don't have him posted yet? Okay.
You know, I'll see you later, sir. You have a nice one.
All right. See you in there.
Lying.
Yeah.
Just
Making stuff up.
I mean, and you did it right here in about 2.7 seconds.
Mhm.
You didn't even hesitate because you have to.
Yeah, you got to think on your feet.
Think on your feet.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember like the first time people were like asking stuff, and I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, cheer" or something, and then they'd be like, "Oh, wait, yeah, what division do you guys, or what do you do, and this and this? How do you?" And they're like, "Can you do a flip or something right now? Can you do like a throw a girl up?" And I was like, "Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go. I'm so sorry, but it's really nice to meet you." Like, so I had to start studying. Called my sister. I'm like, "Hey, what's this stunt called? A QP? All right, got it." Like,
Thank you.
yeah. So,
Like our
Yeah.
default is like we're on the cheer team. That's our
Yeah.
default.
Oh, is it really?
But
Okay.
then what really stinks is like you're on the cheer team. Like my son-in-law used to
Yeah.
cheer. Like, what's your
You know him?
yeah, I need to sit there and smile.
when they
Yeah.
start asking questions, it's like, man, like
Luckily, we're pretty close with the cheer team, so we know.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
we're very close.
I've definitely learned more.
Yeah,
Okay.
But at first, I was like, cheer. Any other follow?
but yeah, obviously, our close family knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
roommates, because it's like, hey, why are you disappearing every game day? And where are you? So like,
Haven't seen you for a week.
yeah, we also brought this really weird bag in the other day and told us not to go through laundry. So like, it's like, you have to have those talks with people. Like, hey, like, out of respect, please do not tell anybody. Like, this is between me and you. You're lucky you get to know this. All right, like, come on.
And they treat it.
Yeah. I've had
with
my
a
roommates.
level
I mean,
of-
obviously we're roommates, but then we have
Right.
2 others, and I've lived with the one for 5 years now, and he's so
That's incredible.
yeah. Shout out Owen Franks.
There you
He's awesome. And then our other roommates the same way. Like they don't share. They're really cool about it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Is it also true that there can only be one Brutus out in the world at once?
There's only one Brutus, period.
Period.
Yeah.
The trick question. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. So tell me a little bit about, because I do want to know, because I think it's really important. Maybe my biggest takeaway.
Okay.
Maybe my second or third biggest takeaway. For the game up north, Brutus was fantastic in the end zone. Fantastic. Just hit it out of the park. What was that like for Brutus to do that and in the stadium of the team up north? I'm trying to find my words without, you know where I'm,
Yeah. So
I think it was pretty awesome for Brutus.
Yeah.
Yes. It was very awesome.
huge.
Was there lots
It
of
was cool to see
cheering?
the
I was
impact.
watching it on
Yeah.
television, so I couldn't get
Yeah.
the audio to it.
It was really cool to see the after effects,
Oh,
yeah. like just on campus, family.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy. Like anybody that knew we had any inkling with like Brutus, it's like, hey, like you're on the cheer team, like what Brutus just did, like Brutus just did that. Like so many texts, like old bosses were reaching out to me,
Yeah.
like, hey, I know you're involved with athletics or something at Ohio State, like And it was
I mean,
crazy.
the
It
social
blew-
media
yeah,
was unbelievable.
yeah, and
I saw Brutus
it's
on a
really helped
radio
our brand.
show talk and, really sort of being asked questions about that experience.
Yeah.
And it was powerful
Yeah,
to watch.
definitely in the memory books.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Very,
for this
very
rivalry
cool.
too. Like,
Was it planned or was it just
No.
spontaneous?
It was
just what
spontaneous.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Brutus
So
did.
That's
Brutus
like one of the like.
Brutus
That's like the
responds.
best example, probably of like
I was gonna ask.
improv
Yeah.
moment for Brutus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Everything
The
fell
snow-
into place.
yeah.
Just, yeah, like
The snow coming down. I mean,
I mean,
it
even the
was
script was just like, wow,
It was
Brutus. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was incredible. Just incredible. One of my proudest moments for Brutus, I'll tell you that.
It's crazy how much merchandise has come from
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
Really?
ornaments, iPhone cases, blankets. I walked in Coach Ray's office. He's got a big blanket of it, and it's in his office the other day.
What? That's incredible.
Like people have it framed all throughout like their offices. It's just my dad's got a sweatshirt of it. It's just like I'm like, my goodness.
It was pretty powerful, but it is sort of the spirit of Brutus really being a part of the game, no pun intended, but
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
them, all of
Yeah.
those athletic events, Brutus is such a humongous part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no game day without Brutus. How does that feel to know that you're such a big part of an experience for people?
I mean, it feels like unreal. Like it doesn't like sometimes you don't really realize it until like even during a game day, like say I'm doing a team walk, which is like one
Yeah.
of my favorite things to do.
Is it
Oh
really?
yeah, probably like my favorite thing on game day to do is a team walk. And you're leading Ryan Day and the football team in. Like
Into Skulls
it never
Country.
hit me that I was the one. Brutus was the one leading the team in. Yeah, and I was like, after watching the video, like I will like genuinely like tear up. Like I'll watch footage of Brutus, like just Brutus, and I will be like, this is like such a cool moment. Like,
Really?
and it just like I'm like start to think back, like because sometimes you like black out when you're doing things that you don't remember. Like
100%.
my first football game ever.
Really?
Adrenaline.
Yeah, the last thing I remember was being like told, you're going to be on the push-up board in 30 seconds. And I just told a teammate I thought I was going to throw up everywhere. And so I was like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
But I was fine. I think
Yeah.
I just did. But
Yeah. In that moment.
Yeah. So
I think you don't realize it until after the
after
fact.
the fact is
Because like the adrenaline is so high. Like I'll get pictures and videos back of like, like a game day where I was, in Seward, like where Brutus anyway. Like
it's hard to talk
yeah, it's
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't remember doing this. So it's like when you watch this, you're like, oh my gosh, like you don't really hear the crowd, but like there's a video where like, during Brutus times, like before the band comes out, you're on the 50 and you're doing like a headstand OHIO and like
Yeah.
the whole crowd, like
Yeah.
I never really thought people cared about what Brutus is doing out there. And it's like,
Brutus is leading it like 100,000 people.
like
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like it's like goosebumps, like just thinking about it. It's I don't know, like it's I don't know, like I don't
Yeah,
even know how to say it. Like it's surreal, yeah. Like
How do you get yourself
know.
ready to get ready for game day? Like, what do you do? Do you have
Everybody's
like a
different.
great walk up song? Do you
Something
have like this is what I'm listening to for the first 45 minutes? Like, what's that routine
Yeah.
look like to get ready for game day?
Kurt, you want to start? feel bad.
Sure thing, man.
I feel bad.
I mean, for me on game day, I'm usually pretty locked in to begin with. Just super
Okay.
excited about the football in general,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm getting pretty amped up right away in the morning.
Okay.
And then like you get a little nervous, like because you're going to be in the center of the field on the 50-yard line, and
Yeah.
everyone's
Oh my
cheering,
gosh.
and
like,
I know.
butterflies.
I know. That was
Yeah.
we've got a locker room, and like I remember just like get ready, like you get ready pretty gosh darn early because you're getting ready to go.
Yeah, very
And,
early.
like it's you that day. I mean, yeah, like I don't get to do every football game, so it's a big deal when it's my turn, right? And so
Yeah.
it's I mean, I just get super amped up on adrenaline. Probably pop an energy drink too, just to really
Mhm.
make sure I got everything I need, and then
Yeah.
just go out there and just really just lay it all on the field. I mean, that's really it. You just got. I don't find it super difficult to get amped up for game day personally, is what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
just a lot of intrinsic energy and the whole. I mean, when you're walking around campus, got all the
Oh.
tailgaters,
Mhm.
you got the cheer team going out there, you got I mean, it's hard not
Yeah.
to just get swept up in it. And then when people first see you and they're like, Brutus, and you hit your first headbang, then you're off. And I agree, like you black out. Like I remember at Tennessee, Tennessee last year, like that was really special. And it was just pure adrenaline.
If you don't get energy just by even thinking about it, like, oh, let's just get out. I'm just saying here right now, like, then it's not meant.
I feel energized thinking about it right now.
Yeah. Big thing is just like, I think that night before, I get a good prayer in. I'm like, please, like, eat whatever happens.
Yep.
Even if something happened, like, I just, please let it happen. Like, let's make this work out. So I get a good prayer in. I try to think even about like kind of what I want to do, but not really, because it's like Brutus is like
spontaneous.
Yes, very spontaneous. So big thing is you don't overthink, because you can tell when Brutus is overthinking.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's a big thing we practice on. Like your first few events, it's like, listen, that was good, but like stop overthinking. So like it's just got to come naturally. And so I get a good prayer in, thinking maybe some things you want to do, and then that morning it's go time. We have some pretty loud speakers in our house, so I'll crank those up a little bit. I'm huge with music. I love music. Like music is how I do anything. Yeah. Like school related anything. So I will blast music, put headphones in. I'll do a couple laps around French track, like just walking, not running. Just walk around, and then I get to the locker room and probably change about an hour early and sit there. And
do you really?
Yeah.
Because if it's a noon game day, we're probably there at what, 7:30?
Yeah, 6:30.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sometimes
it really depends on how much we have. Like that Texas game, we were there.
Yeah, 5.
So early.
I was there at 5:30 because I had to do the.
We had game day there. Big noon kickoff was there. Lee Corso's last game. So like, had so much stuff to do. I think. Like
that was cool. I think. Yeah.
I was in bed like the night before the game at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You're up at like 5:30. Get to the locker room by 6:30. So it's, I don't know. You kind of like what Kurt was saying. Like when the energy is just there, you kind of get swept up in it, and like you're there so early. It's like you have time to kind of crescendo into like, okay, like it's for real. Like we're doing it now. Like it's go time.
Yeah. I'm always in skull session. It's one of my favorite traditions.
Oh, amazing.
And my nephew is obsessed with Brutus. Obsessed. He's 6'4".
He's got good taste.
He's got good taste. I mean, he is obsessed. So every skull session, I'm recording the minute that Brutus hits that one spot where Quinn is standing over to the left, and then there's Brutus. And so every game day, he expects that video to come to him. It's not about the players. It's about Brutus. This is a 6'4" human football player who is obsessed with Brutus. That guy up there, one of those guys up there, who's now going to be a Buckeye.
Cool, so I get it.
It's going to be, and now he's going to be a Buckeye.
Wow.
There we go.
Isn't that incredible?
That's awesome.
But I share that with you as somebody, he's from Georgia, who grew up around Georgia Bulldogs, Clemson Tigers.
Yeah.
But the minute he started attending activities and events at Ohio State, everything becomes about Brutus. I'll send him the text and he'll just say, Brutus, and with an exclamation mark. That impact is so significant because the energy that you bring and the positivity that you bring has impacted this, 8th grader who has now decided that he's going to be a part of the Buckeye family. That has to feel pretty doggone good to know that your influence is so far and wide.
It's all right. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
it's fine.
No, Danielle, that's good. Yeah, that is. I mean, like you said, like being an ambassador. You never realize it until you actually are like, wow, like Brutus does make an impact on like a kid say he's 3 years old, and then boom, I want to go to Ohio State. And you're welcome, Ohio State. There's another.
But it's what you represent, right? It's what you represent. Yeah. It's really very powerful. All right, so here's a fun question, because I feel like we've gone way deep. We've gotten real emotional. That's okay. I appreciate that. What's each one of your signature moves? The thing you say, Brutus is known for this.
Oh,
this is my jam.
I think I have the fastest one-arm headbang.
Oh, show me that.
Well, I'm probably gonna break something, but basically, like, it's a point, and then just like I'll send you a video sometime. Like,
yeah, please.
But yeah, I think that's what I got known for.
And you just came up with that.
I mean, the one-arm headbang I think has always kind of been a thing, but I feel like I've definitely used it the most out of any Brutus.
Classic.
Yeah. Pretty classic for me.
I think he's concussed himself a few times.
Yeah, they should probably do a study on that.
CTE.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I mean, I'm known as Tall Brutus, or sorry, well, not me,
No.
but there is
There's
a
a
tall
There is a tall
Brutus.
Brutus.
Yes. And I don't know if that really counts as a move necessarily, but
But it's when you're known for
that
it.
is definitely what the whole Brutus is being known for. But
Yeah.
as a guest part of that, early on, we had the dunk team go on my first year on the team. That was really fun.
Oh yes, you did that.
And got to
Oh.
jump over one of the cheer coaches and dunk, which was pretty epic. That was cool. Off
That was a
trampoline.
Brutus move off of a trampoline.
Yeah, but yeah, when we had the dunk team going. That was super awesome.
That's incredible.
That's fun.
I would say I'm known for. No, I don't really like to buy into this a whole lot, but
Sure.
like, I don't know. Our coach is like, so after like my tryout, he took me into his office and we had a meeting, and he was just talking about my improv, and he's like, "So how do you think about that?" I'm like, "I have no idea." And he's like, "Okay, now so that," and we're like scrubbing through the video. He's like, "Now right here, how'd you do that?" I don't know. I just thought about it. So like at events and stuff, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll get in your handler's car, you take the head off. Okay. I'm like, how did you think of that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
he's
I don't know.
improv, like,
insane in improv.
and yeah, I don't know.
Is it the energy from the event, the type of event you just feed off of it
I-
and think this is what they need?
I
so
guess
maybe
so,
give it
yeah.
to
I
them?
don't know. It's like when you come into an event, you kind of take like mental notes of like some things that you could do improv with. It's like, okay, like those 3 water bottles, like I can maybe juggle those, and then you just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, like looking around at like other stuff you could do. Like I don't know, like you might try to swaddle this little baby Brutus here, like I don't know, just stuff like that. Like,
Your improv is insane, bro. Give yourself some more credit.
well, thank you, but I'd say
That's awesome.
improv.
That's awesome. All right, you're nearing the closing of your Ohio State journey.
Now some real deals are gonna come out.
Don't mention it.
What's that thing you're going to take away from this place that will shape and inform the rest of your life?
I mean, the experience of Brutus. I mean, there's been so many different moments. I mean, the family we have as a team, like the connections we've gotten because of it. Like,
Yeah, I think it's
That's
something
hard to put in words.
the community for me.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
when I think ahead, like I'll be moving out of state, unfortunately, and I think about just how tough it's going to be to, move away from my teammates and just everyone else I've come to know, and just the Scarlet and Gray in general. It's going to be. I've been here for 5 years now, and
Right.
I keep telling people that's a major percentage of my life. Like
Yeah.
a third of my life that I remember essentially, and it's gonna be a huge transition because I truly do love it here. It's been such a spectacular experience. Like Tyler said, like we came to school here like right after COVID. It was a tumultuous time,
Mhm.
and so like being here after that, like it was kind of just like a big clean slate almost, and that has made it like a really really impactful time in my life. Like I've developed a lot, and I'm just gonna miss it and everybody I came to know.
Yeah, I'd say impact, like in every facet of my life. Like if I didn't get accepted into the nursing program here, like I didn't know what I was gonna do. If I didn't get accepted into Ohio State, I didn't know where I was gonna go. Like if I didn't make Brutus, like I didn't know if I was gonna retry out. And like since I have made Brutus, like just like even stuff like this, like we get to sit here with dog shivers and like
it's cool.
do this podcast. Like it never would cross my mind that like some podunk kid from some podunk town in Ohio, like
Minster is great, man.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Don't rag on
You need to get there. But no, I'm not ragging on Minster. Shout out Minster.
I
It's a
get
beautiful
it.
place. It truthfully is, but small
Yeah.
time. I don't know, like just every step of the way, it's been like I know for a fact that this is gonna like shape me. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Mhm.
proud now that we're getting to the end and we're about to graduate. Like I'm extremely proud to be an Ohio State alum, and I'm extremely proud to be a Buckeye nurse. Like I'm proud to be Brutus. I'm proud to be a member of athletics. I'm proud to be teammates with these guys, friends, family, like everything, like impact. Like I'm gonna take away like the impact. It's had an extreme impact on the trajectory of my life. Like everything I'm gonna remember. Like I'm gonna return to this place mentally. Like, it's a very rich time of my life, like big time in all facets, not just Brutus.
I mean, as Kurt said, dude, the community, like the switch is going to be I think, more rough than what we're anticipating.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
because like I said today, schedule was like class, a random event, had some lunch, another event, podcast. Like, I don't know which is big work. Like, it's like it's just gonna be such a crazy transition, especially just being around each other so much.
Yeah.
And like him moving away, like,
Mhm.
and I've lived with him for the last year now. Been my teammate for 3 years. Like,
Yeah. Can't even think about that.
no, I
part,
can't.
right?
It doesn't sound real. It just doesn't make
Right.
sense. Like, I'm like, no, I'm always gonna have something to do. Like, I'm always gonna have a commercial shoot to go to, right?
Hmm.
You still want me? You still need me?
Surely there'll be somebody.
Yeah, surely
that
there's
wants
something.
me
Surely there's something.
for
But yeah,
sure.
We need to get Tyler Wisman this Hyundai.
yeah, yes, yeah. No.
He's an NIL.
Yeah, I wish. But no, yeah, it's just gonna be missing these guys.
Yeah.
But we know we're always there for each other. If we reach out, especially like if we're traveling, or he's gonna. I'm hoping you're coming back for some game days.
Never.
Yeah,
I would never come back for a game.
no, the house is open for you to stay at, basically.
Last question. What would you say to someone who's considering to be Brutus? What's one piece of advice you would offer them?
Don't blink.
Yeah,
Ooh.
It'll fly.
it's going
like,
to change your life.
Ooh.
Yeah, the days are long and the years are short, and I think Brutus just expedites that process like big time because, like Tyler said, like it's a pretty average day, and it's you wake up, 2 events, podcast, like maybe not a podcast, but like
Something
you
like that.
are running everywhere and doing everything, and like
So many cool opportunities.
yeah, like it's not uncommon to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to lift, and then you have 2 events, and you have classes in between. You got to find time for homework, and then we practice in the evening. Like
You have to eat.
yeah,
too.
right.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, exactly.
Please do that.
And you really get swept up into like the
Yeah.
day to day, like, and now it's over. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like remembering, like really taking time to like slow down and like this is such a cool thing I get to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, don't blink.
I'd say people interested in it, or just in general, anyone, just every single day, just make an effort to invest all your energy into something, right? I mean,
Mm.
if you're trying for Brutus, I think it's really important, like, you try out. Like, I remember, like, I was thinking about it every single day during my tryout process, like, and it paid off, right? And but it would not have if I hadn't really just decided to just, intentionally just invest all my energy every single day. And then beyond that, when you do have the chance to represent the university and the state as Brutus, keep it up, invest, like, just make sure that every single day you're leaving it all on the field, because that way you just squeeze every drop of fulfillment that you can from everything, and you are just introduce so many more awesome experiences that way. And don't let it pass you by. Just really, leave it on the field. Just take it by the horns. That's the way to do it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, even cherish the quote unquote little moments. Like, there's some events that some people would say, like, oh, that's like, no, like football is what I would want. Like, no, that event you just did with those,
Oh, yeah.
like for like 30 minutes at that school, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, cherish that too.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna miss those.
And you're making somebody's day, for some people, their life, by seeing you and what you represent for Ohio State and for the state of Ohio is very powerful. This time today has just been incredible. I have always had a great appreciation for Brutus and the joy that Brutus brings. There's something pretty special about getting to meet the real Brutus and those that are standing in and making Brutus alive and a big part of so many people's lives. Thank you for what you do to be a student here at this place. You make us so much better because you chose us. And what you have done during your time here, the joy, I just keep saying the word joy because, again, I never see anybody scowling at Brutus. It just doesn't happen. And you all are bringing the absolute best of this place out into the world. And people can aspire, we hope, aspire to be and carry the spirit that you have for Ohio State. That's what I want for all students. is for people to feel as deeply and as passionately as you do, and to have made the difference that you've made here. And based on what you've shared today, the difference that this place has made for you, that you all have made for each other, I hope you realize just how special it is. I had a glimpse of it, but today you took me to a whole other place, and one that I am so grateful to be able to have been a part of and to listen to and to celebrate with you all. You're the best of Ohio State, and we are very fortunate that you chose us. And just truly, I just need you to know you bring happiness to people every single day, whether you meet them or not. The people that talk about Ohio State, the second thing they say is Brutus. And then they talk about going to class, maybe, definitely going to a football game. There's an order there.
Yeah,
We won't really
right.
discuss the full order of how that works, but you're fantastic. You're great ambassadors to this place, and we are going to be even more lucky to have you as alums. So I'm personally inviting you to come home. Whenever you are ready and able, we will embrace you and welcome you back. So thank you all for being exactly who you are.
Thank you.
Thank
you so
It
much.
means a lot.
Means a lot. I don't know about all of you, but I got misty-eyed a couple of
Mhm.
times during this conversation. What a great opportunity for Brutus to make this place exactly what it is. And each one of you, in your roles as students, you get to make an impact every day, whether it's serving as Brutus or serving out in the community or serving and doing research in your labs. You're making a difference. And for that, we are also very, very grateful. Congratulations, guys, on your graduation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to watch and see what you do in the world. All right, everybody, that's it for Docs Download, the podcast edition. See you next time. This program is a presentation of the Office of Student Life at The Ohio State University. The views expressed are those of the host and guest and do not necessarily reflect those of the university. Join us next time for another edition of Docs Download, the podcast edition.